this first video is an introduction to the workspace and how to set up your first animation. When you go in, you will see some presets at the top up here. It's very important that you listen very carefully when we do this creation to make sure you have the right access available. Now, this very first time I'm going to go in and I'm going to select this preset under the character animation standard. The size is 640 by 480 pixels, the frame rate is 30 and the platform type is ActionScript 3. So I'm just going to click create at the moment. And it doesn't matter which workspace we go into to start with. Let's click on that create. We're going to change this now to make this really simple and easy, and this workspace can be quite busy. So when we first go in, I want you to change the workspace, and what we're going to do is go up to window, you're going to come down to workspaces, and we're going to select small screen. And this is what you can see. Now on the left hand side you may well see the toolbar on this left hand side in one long line. Please would you just grab the right hand side of it and just drag it over so it goes into the two columns. Reason being, there are some tools at the bottom here that we're going to need to use, and they're not easily visible when we're working in just a single line of tools. Let me just go back and show you. So when it's in that one line, you'll see right down the very bottom here, you can't see the entire set of tools. If we drag it over so you can get two up, you'll see that these extra tools are available. What you'll see on here is in the middle of the screen, this is actually your stage. I'm just going to click on this little button over here which says center my stage, and it's going to move what we're going to design on right into the middle of my screen. So this is just like being on a theatre stage. This is like the stage that you can see everything, and this is where everything's going to be going on, and this is actually off stage. So we can have characters waiting in the wings like you would on theatre and move them onto the main actual area, which is the actual stage. So that's some terminology. On the right hand side we've got things like properties, library, actions. We've got some additional tools down here which we will be using. Down at the bottom we've now got something called a timeline. Now this is very different to the Photoshop window, and again though we do have layers, so we still work with that same idea and concept of layers, but what is now different is you've now got keyframes, which is where we start to do the animation. And the nice thing about the newer versions of Animate is you can actually now see the number of seconds. So we can see here that 3 seconds is 90 frames. So within that particular time, if it's just going to play for 3 seconds, we have got 90 different frames to work with. This is the first scene, so you can see it calls it a scene, and this is the file name at the top. When you've got your workspace set up, you may want to go and save that as your private workspace. So if you go up to window, you can come down to workspaces, and you've got the opportunity to actually say you want to do a new workspace and then save it. If you do, you can also go back and do a reset back to what the original small screen was. As you start working through, you may decide that you want to change your workspace depending on what you're working on, but for now, if you use this setup, you won't have too much on the screen to get confused.